All right, so today's question of the day comes from two individuals, one online and one in person. So they basically asked the same question, should I join the military? Is it the right decision? So I'm going to be sharing with you what I said to my friend in person with you, okay? So you can never be 100% sure on whether or not the military life is the way to go for you or not. Whether you're looking to do it temporarily, 4, 5, or 6 years, or up to, full career, 20 years. You can never be too sure. Why? Because there's such a limited amount of information on the day-to-day life of a military member. Think about it. How much do you really know on a day-to-day basis what a sailor does, what a soldier does, what an airman does, what a marine does? What do you really know? Not a lot of things, not a lot of information out there. So it's hard to make a decision based on the limited amount of information, right? So in my personal opinion, okay, and in my personal advice, okay, there is nothing wrong with experimenting with being in the military for the next couple of years. And, I'll kind of explain what I mean by that in a little bit. But what I believe the biggest fear that people have, and I had this very early on, is the fear of wasting time, right? You're joining, like for me, I was 21 at the time when I joined. I was part of something. I was going to be in the military, in the Navy. For the next 5 years, I have a 5-year contract. I don't really understand it. I don't really know too much about it. And the military is not a career path for me personally. So I was thinking, is it the right decision for me to spend my early 20s? Am I going to be losing out on my early 20s into something that I wasn't too sure of what I was going to do? And it's definitely not my career path. Am I wasting my time? Right? That was the biggest fear. And I believe that's the biggest fear that most people have. And so being in the military now for over a year, I realized two things. Number one, there are people that waste their time. Definitely. And they know that they're wasting time because they're not making any progress financially. They're not making any progress in terms of their health. They're not making any progress in terms of education, in terms of career choice, because they don't want to be in the military anymore. And they also don't know what they want to do with the rest of their lives. And they're not making progress in terms of their ultimate goal, right? And are there people, same situation, same scenario, that are making progress in terms of finance, that are making progress in terms of education, making progress in terms of their career, in terms of their ultimate goal, in terms of their financial health, whatever? Yes. The biggest difference, in my opinion, from my observation, is the fact that people who waste their time get by the day, get by their military career, get by their military contract. The people who get the most from the day get the most out of their day-to-day base, get the most out of their contract, get the most out of their military career, okay? So what I'm trying to say to you is the fear that you have of wasting time is solely based, in my opinion, on your day-to-day choice. It's all on your choice. You can either choose not to do anything, not to make a progress in terms of your health, education, finance, career, and your ultimate goal. You can choose not to do anything. You can choose to go party, club, whatever you want to do, drink. You can choose to do that. Or you can choose to educate yourself, right? Make progress in terms of finances, education, health, career, ultimate goal. As you're seeing, personally for me, you can see through me, my personal goal for me is to be on social media. And you're seeing through me, right? Through social media. I'm making progress. Every single day, personally for me, using myself as an example, I am making progress. I'm getting the most out of my day on a day-to-day basis. I'm getting the most out of my contract. I'm getting the most out of my short military career. The military is not the career path for me. I'm just going to do my current contract and get out, right? That's just my decision. And if you're wondering, hey, did I make a right decision? Personally for me, yes. The military life, the way I am now, I would not be if I was still a civilian. So the fear of wasting time, okay, it's solely on your choice, on your decision. So if you are worried about wasting your time, understand that it's definitely your choice. So if you don't want to waste your time, you can choose to get the most out of your day by reading, by making progress, by educating, by making progress towards the ultimate goal, by making progress in your health and all these aspects, okay? So the fear, take that out, take that factor out. I'm going to assume that you want to get the most out of your military career, whether it's 4, 5, or 6 years or your full 20, okay? I'm going to assume that. If that is not you, you just want to get by the next 4 or 5 years and waste your time, you can pause this video and leave, okay? So, like I said before, there is nothing wrong with experimenting with being in the military. And I'm not saying the military is something that you can just easily, simply experiment with. It's a serious thing. But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, let's say you're joining at early age, at 18, and you don't really know, straight out of high school, you don't really know what career path you want to do. You don't really know what kind of degree you want. Let's say you have a bare minimum of 4-year contract. You know what? Let's say 6 years. Within those 6 years, if you don't know what you want to do in terms of career, figure it out while you are in the military. And if you get most out of your contract, you're going to have a lot of money saved up, and you're going to read a lot, educate yourself a lot, so you're going to be knowledgeable, and you're going to be on the right path. So if you are in the military, let's say for a couple of years, 4, 5, or 6 years, and you decide, the military life isn't for me, you can get out and make sure you know what you want to do for the rest of your life, right? And let's say you're mid-20s, right? 25, 26, whatever. And you're thinking about, should I do the military as a career option or should I not? I'm scared I might waste my time. Try it out, right? Try it out. Be in the military for at least 4 years. That's a bare minimum contract. But let's say, like I said, let's say 6 years. And you'll know real quick if you don't like the military or if you like the military. If you don't like the military, at the end of 6 years, you can get out. If you like the military, you can continue with your contract and just extend forever, right? You just do your full 20. The opportunity cost it varies. For you not to be in the military, you lose out on a lot more things, like the factor of what if factor. What if I did that back in the day? What if I joined the military? Where would my life be different? Don't have the what if factor, guys. Right? Don't ever think about the what if factor. If you're thinking about you're going to regret not joining, just join, experiment, try it for a couple of years, 4, 5, or 6 years, and if you don't like it, get out. If you like it, you can stay in, right? And if you're scared of I'm going to waste my time, we went over this, right? You're not going to waste your time if you get the most out of your every single day. If you make progress in terms of your goals and whatever you want to accomplish, education, whatever. There are people in the military that I know. There's one person, PS1. She has 4 degrees. She's making the most out of her military career. So typically, I would say the younger you are, the better it is for you to experiment. So from 17, 18, there's nothing wrong with experimenting with the next 4, 5, or 6 years, trying to see if you like the military or not, or see whatever figure out whatever you want to do. Your mid-20s, 25, 26, 27, you can still experiment. Now, when you get to your 30s, from your 30s to your 40s, it's a sensitive time, in my opinion, because that's a time when you have to settle down, get married, have kids, and buy a house or whatever. But at that moment, if you're looking for that restart button, or maybe you're thinking about, hey, let me try the military as a career, there's nothing wrong, like I said, with experimenting. Try it out. But let's say if your financials are in a shambles, you have a bunch of student loans that you have to pay, you have a bunch of bills that you have to pay, be in the military, get financially stable, and then if you realize, hey, I love the military, you can continue. If you don't like being in the military, as long as you financially stabilized yourself and you definitely know and you have a definite career path for after the military, right? Do your short time, do your 4, 5, or 6 years, get out, and then pursue whatever civilian goals that you have, right? So that's the personal recommendation, personal advice that I gave to my friend. I hope that helped you. All right, let me know in the comment section down below. I know it was a long video. Typically, I don't make this type of long video, but it just took me that while to explain all this. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a great Navy day.